Throughout our lives, we encounter myriad situations where our resolve, patience, and endurance are tested. Whether it's a career path that no longer aligns with our core values, a relationship that has run its course, or any environment that stifles our growth rather than fostering it, the question of whether to stay the course or cut our losses is a universal struggle. Think about the last time you felt stuck or conflicted about leaving a challenging situation. Was there a voice inside you suggesting it might be time to move on, yet another voice urging you to stay and fight harder? This inner conflict is not just about making a choice, it's about understanding the deeper values and principles that guide our decisions. Now let's introduce a fascinating perspective that can shed light on this topic: Stoicism. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who preached the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, provide a powerful framework for tackling our dilemma. They taught the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what lies beyond it. In facing a situation where we feel powerless or diminished, Stoicism asks us to question, can we influence the outcome? If not, might our energies be better directed elsewhere? Stoicism also teaches us about the concept of preferred indifference, external things that are nice to have but not essential to our core happiness and virtue. When we agonize over whether to walk away, we often fear losing these preferred indifferences. But by anchoring ourselves in Stoic wisdom, we can view our situation with greater clarity and equanimity, focusing on our inner character and what truly matters. In today's conversation, we will delve deep into these themes, exploring how Stoic principles can help us navigate the challenging decision of when to walk away. We'll discuss how to recognize when perseverance turns into self-sabotage, how to differentiate between meaningful struggle and needless suffering, and how to embrace the liberating act of letting go when it serves our greater good. Join me on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment, where we learn to listen to our inner wisdom, align with our deepest values, and make the courageous choices that shape our destiny. If this journey of introspection and courage speaks to you, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and stay with us throughout the entire video. Every moment is crafted to inspire and empower you, and I promise you won't want to miss a single part of this transformative exploration. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's start this meaningful conversation together. When we talk about walking away, what images or scenarios come to your mind? Is it quitting a job that drains your spirit day after day? Is it ending a relationship that's lost its warmth and become a source of constant pain? Or perhaps it's stepping back from a long-cherished dream that, despite your best efforts, remains frustratingly out of reach. The decision to walk away can manifest in countless aspects of our lives, each with its unique challenges and implications. Yet at the heart of these decisions is a common thread: the recognition that something fundamental is misaligned with our well-being and potential for growth. But why is making this decision so fraught with difficulty and hesitation? After all, if something consistently causes us distress or hinders our progress, wouldn't the logical choice be to leave it behind? Here's where the wisdom of Stoicism offers illuminating insights. The Stoics remind us that human beings are creatures of habit and attachment. We cling to the familiar, even when it's harmful, because it provides a sense of security and predictability. We're wired to resist change, fearing the uncertainty and loss that it might bring. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us about the value of endurance and resilience. These virtues are indeed commendable and often necessary for achieving great things. However, they can also tether us to situations that no longer serve us if we fail to apply them wisely. The Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control urges us to discern between what we can change and what we must accept. Sometimes, the bravest and most prudent action is to recognize when our efforts cannot alter the nature of an unhealthy job, a toxic relationship, or an unattainable goal. It's in these moments that walking away isn't an admission of defeat, but a testament to our understanding and courage. Yet defining the issue of when to walk away is not about prescribing a one-size-fits-all answer. It's about encouraging a deep personal inquiry into our lives. It's about asking ourselves, are we holding on to something because it truly enriches us? Or are we driven by fear, inertia, or misplaced loyalty? Are we sacrificing our peace and potential for the sake of an illusory security or a misguided sense of duty? Stoicism teaches us to focus on living in harmony with nature, which includes our own nature, understanding our emotions and responding to life's challenges with virtue and reason. But how does this relate to knowing when to walk away? At its core, Stoicism helps us differentiate between what we can control and what we cannot. It encourages us to invest our energy wisely, focusing on our actions, attitudes, and responses rather than external outcomes beyond our control. Consider a situation where you're faced with persistent unhappiness or frustration. Perhaps it's a job that conflicts with your values or a relationship that's become toxic. Stoicism would urge you to ask, can I change this situation? Do I have power over these external circumstances? If the answer is no, the philosophy would then guide you toward accepting what you cannot change and contemplating whether staying in the situation aligns with living a virtuous and contented life. Now let's weave in another Stoic concept, the idea of amor fati, or love of fate. This principle encourages us to embrace whatever life throws at us, finding the opportunity for growth and learning in every situation. However, loving our fate doesn't mean resigning ourselves to endure unnecessary suffering or clinging to situations that diminish our well-being. Instead, it's about recognizing when our struggles serve a purpose and when they merely hold us back from realizing our potential. Through a Stoic lens, walking away is not about escaping challenges or shirking responsibility. It's about making a reasoned choice to direct our lives toward what is truly good for us, which sometimes means letting go of what we cannot change to focus on what we can. It's a testament to our ability to act with wisdom and courage, honoring our nature by seeking environments and relationships that allow us to flourish. As we further explore these theoretical perspectives, we'll delve into specific Stoic teachings and how they can inform our decisions at life's crossroads. We'll discuss how embracing Stoic virtues, wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation can empower us to make choices that resonate with our deepest values and aspirations. Have you ever heard the saying, experience is the best teacher? Well, it's true. Learning from real-life situations can profoundly impact our understanding and decision-making. When we muster the courage to walk away from situations that no longer serve us, we're not just turning our backs on something, we're stepping forward into new possibilities. But what exactly are these benefits? How does walking away open up avenues for personal growth and happiness? And how does Stoicism, with its deep roots in wisdom and virtue, help us appreciate these benefits even more? Firstly, walking away can lead to a profound sense of liberation. Imagine the weight lifting off your shoulders when you finally release a burden you've been carrying, perhaps a toxic relationship, a stifling job, or an unattainable goal. This newfound freedom allows you to breathe, to realign with your core values, and to invest your energy in pursuits that truly resonate with your authentic self. Stoicism teaches us the value of freedom, not as an external condition, but as an internal state of being. By choosing to walk away, we exercise our freedom to choose our path, embodying the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature, our own true nature. Moreover, walking away can catalyze personal growth and self-discovery. It's often in the aftermath of a difficult departure that we learn the most about ourselves, our resilience, our values, our desires. These insights are invaluable, shaping our character and guiding our future choices. Stoicism encourages us to view every experience as an opportunity for learning and growth. Thus, when we walk away from a negative situation, we're not just escaping negativity. We're embracing the chance to develop virtues like wisdom, courage, and temperance, which are central to a well-lived life. Another significant benefit is the opportunity to cultivate healthier relationships and environments. By leaving a toxic situation, we create space for more positive and nourishing connections to enter our lives. Whether it's finding colleagues who support and inspire us, friends who uplift and understand us, or partners who respect and cherish us, walking away sets the stage for more fulfilling interaction. In Stoicism, the concept of oikeiosis refers to the natural inclination to connect with and care for others, suggesting that fostering healthy relationships is essential to our well-being and moral development. Lastly, walking away can reaffirm our agency and self-respect. Making the decision to leave, especially in difficult circumstances, is a powerful assertion of our worth and autonomy. It's a declaration that we value ourselves enough to walk away from anything that diminishes us. Stoicism teaches us to find our self-worth not in external accolades or possessions, but in our capacity to live virtuously. By choosing to walk away from situations that conflict with our values, we honor our intrinsic dignity and cultivate a sense of inner peace and self-assurance. As we explore these benefits, I encourage you to consider them in the context of your own life. Reflect on the times you've had the courage to walk away, and how those choices have shaped your path. And if you're currently facing a crossroads, contemplate how these insights might inform your decision. Remember, walking away isn't just about what you leave behind. It's about the journey ahead and the growth, freedom, and fulfillment that await when you choose the path that's right for you. Deciding to walk away is rarely straightforward. It's a path fraught with challenges and complexities, each demanding our courage, reflection, and discernment. But what exactly makes this decision so daunting? And how can Stoic philosophy help us navigate these turbulent waters with greater clarity and resilience? One of the foremost challenges is the emotional turmoil associated with walking away. Whether it's guilt, fear, regret, or sadness, a whirlwind of emotions can cloud our judgment and hinder our ability to make a decision aligned with our best interests. Stoicism, however, offers a valuable perspective. It teaches us to observe our emotions without being overwhelmed by them. By acknowledging our feelings and understanding their transient nature, we can make reasoned choices rather than reactive ones. The Stoics emphasize the importance of apatheia, a state of inner tranquility achieved by managing our passions and maintaining a rational perspective. This doesn't mean becoming emotionless, but rather developing the emotional resilience to face difficult decisions with composure and clarity. Another significant challenge is the fear of the unknown. Walking away often means stepping out of our comfort zone and into uncertain territory. What lies ahead? Will we regret our decision? Such questions can be paralyzing, yet Stoicism encourages us to embrace uncertainty as an inherent part of life. It teaches us to focus on the present, doing our best with what's within our control and accepting what's beyond it. By cultivating a sense of detachment from outcomes, what the Stoics call ataraxia, or undisturbedness, we can overcome the fear of the unknown and move forward with confidence in our ability to adapt and thrive, regardless of circumstances. Moreover, societal expectations and pressures can make it difficult to walk away. We may worry about judgment from others, disappointing those we care about, or defying cultural norms. Here, Stoicism reminds us of the importance of living according to our own values and judgments, rather than being swayed by external opinions. The Stoic principle of autonomy asserts our right to govern ourselves, making decisions based on our reasoned understanding of what's good and right. By honoring our inner compass and standing firm in our convictions, we can navigate societal pressures with integrity and authenticity. Lastly, there's the challenge of letting go of what we've invested, our time, energy, emotions, or resources. This is where the Stoic concept of impermanence can guide us. Recognizing that everything is subject to change and loss helps us loosen our grip on the status quo and make peace with the necessity of moving on. It encourages us to find fulfillment not in external circumstances, but in our capacity to live virtuously, irrespective of our situation. As we consider these challenges and considerations, let's reflect on how Stoicism not only illuminates the obstacles we face, but also empowers us to confront them with wisdom, courage, and equanimity. Remember, the decision to walk away is a deeply personal and often difficult one, but by anchoring ourselves in Stoic principles, we can approach it with greater clarity, strength, and a sense of peace, knowing that it's a step toward honoring our true selves and cultivating a life of genuine flourishing. As we ponder the decision to walk away, it's essential to navigate this crossroad with both heart and mind. Making such a choice can be daunting, yet with the right guidance and a Stoic mindset, we can approach this decision with clarity and confidence. How do we then discern the right course of action? And how can Stoic wisdom illuminate this path? Let's delve into some guidance and advice that can help steer us in the right direction. Firstly, introspection is key. Take a moment to truly connect with yourself, to listen to your inner voice and identify what you truly value and desire in life. Ask yourself, does this situation align with my core values? Is it conducive to my growth and well-being? Reflecting on these questions allows us to make decisions that resonate with our authentic selves. Stoicism teaches us the virtue of self-awareness, encouraging us to know ourselves deeply and live in accordance with our nature. By aligning our choices with our values, we live with integrity and purpose, ensuring our actions are coherent with our true essence. Next, consider the concept of impermanence and the ever-changing nature of life, as highlighted by Stoicism. Acknowledge that both staying and walking away will lead to new experiences and challenges. Embrace the idea that change is an integral part of growth and development. When contemplating walking away, remind yourself that new beginnings are often hidden in endings. By accepting the flow of life, you can move forward with a sense of peace, understanding that change brings opportunities for learning and transformation. Moreover, engage in a reasoned analysis of your situation. Stoicism doesn't advocate for rash or emotion-driven decisions. Instead, it encourages us to use our faculty of reason to evaluate our circumstances logically. Consider the pros and cons, the potential outcomes, and the impacts of your decision. Seek advice from trusted individuals who can offer different perspectives, but remember, the final choice is yours. As Stoics, we are reminded of the importance of using our judgment and reason to navigate life's challenges, ensuring our decisions are well considered and rational. Another piece of Stoic advice is to prepare mentally for the consequences of your decision. Visualize the scenarios that might unfold from both staying and walking away. Practice negative visualization, a Stoic exercise where you contemplate the worst-case scenarios to reduce anxiety about the future and build resilience. By mentally preparing for various outcomes, you can fortify yourself against fear and uncertainty, embracing whatever the future holds with strength and equanimity. Lastly, commit to your decision with courage and conviction. Once you've deliberated and chosen a course of action, move forward with determination. Stoicism teaches us the value of courage, not just in facing adversity, but also in making tough decisions that align with our well-being and principles. Remember, it's normal to feel apprehensive about stepping into the unknown, but embracing this uncertainty with courage can lead to profound personal growth and fulfillment. As we draw this discussion to a close, it's important to pause and reflect on the journey we've embarked upon together. The decision to walk away, laden with complexity and emotion, is a profound testament to our human experience. It's a decision that calls for wisdom, courage, and deep self-awareness. And while the path may be fraught with uncertainty and challenges, it's also strewn with opportunities for growth, liberation, and self-discovery. In the light of Stoicism, we are reminded that our power lies in our ability to choose our responses to the external world, to align our actions with our core values, and to pursue a life marked by virtue and meaning. Stoicism doesn't just offer philosophical musings. It provides practical tools and a robust framework to live a fulfilled and resilient life. It teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we have the utmost control over our judgments, intentions. As you stand at the crossroads, considering whether to stay or to walk away, remember the Stoic virtues: wisdom, to discern the best path; courage, to follow through on your decision; justice, to consider the impact on yourself and others; temperance, to maintain balance and self-control amidst change. Embrace the Stoic practice of reflection, envisioning the kind of life you wish to lead and the person you aspire to be. Let these insights illuminate your path, whether it leads you to stay and persevere or to step into the unknown with faith in your heart and clarity in your mind. Remember, walking away is not an end, but a beginning, a chance to realign with your authentic self, to cultivate new relationships and experiences, and to grow in ways you never thought possible. As Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor and philosopher, once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." If you have been wronged, or if a situation no longer serves your highest good, choose to respond not with bitterness or regret, but with strength, dignity, and a forward-looking gaze. In conclusion, whether you choose to walk away or to stay, do so with deliberation and purpose. Let your decision reflect your deepest values and aspirations, and as you move forward, carry with you the lessons of Stoicism. That peace comes from within, that we are the architects of our reality, and that every choice we make is an opportunity to cultivate virtue, resilience, and joy. Have you ever felt like a small boat, adrift in the vast ocean of social connections, yearning to be anchored in the hearts and minds of those around you? In this whirlwind of digital connectivity, where thousands of voices clamor for attention, it's easy to feel lost, unnoticed, and undervalued. But what if I told you that there's a timeless philosophy that can be your compass, guiding you to become not just another face in the crowd, but someone who truly matters to those around you? Welcome to a journey where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, we're diving deep into the art of making yourself a priority in others' lives, not through manipulation or games, but through the profound and authentic principles of Stoicism. Stay with me as we explore how to be a beacon in the sea of relationships, shining brightly enough to be seen, valued, and cherished. And if you're ready to unlock these secrets, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, share this video with your circle, and stay tuned until the end for every insightful moment. Because every second of this journey could be the key to transforming your relationship. Step 1. Context and problem. In our quest for significance in the complex tapestry of social relationships, we frequently encounter a disheartening imbalance, a pervasive sense that we hold others in higher regard than they do us. This perception, often shadowed by the disquieting feeling of being undervalued, leads us to a profound exploration of self-worth. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy rich in wisdom, offers us a beacon of guidance in this regard. The Stoic philosophy, rooted in the teachings of thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, emphasizes an internal locus of control. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, profoundly observed, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful statement echoes the Stoic belief that true worth and contentment arise not from external validation, but from within. It's a reminder that our value does not depend on the whims or perceptions of others, but on our own self-perception and inner resilience. Seneca, another stalwart of Stoicism, accentuated the importance of self-reliance and inner fortitude. He eloquently stated, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." This insight underscores the necessity of self-awareness and having a clear understanding of our own values and goals. In the context of our social relationships, it suggests that knowing ourselves and our worth is the first step in being valued appropriately by others. Epictetus, with his emphasis on the dichotomy of control, reinforces this Stoic approach. He argued that we must focus on what is within our power, our responses, our attitudes, and our actions, and let go of our concern over how others perceive us. This detachment from external validation is liberating and empowers us to cultivate a sense of self-worth that is independent of others' opinions. The Stoic approach to finding worth within oneself resonates with contemporary psychological theories as well. Carl Jung, a pivotal figure in the field of psychology, once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." This aligns with the Stoic principle of authentic living, the idea that true value and happiness are found in living in accordance with one's own nature and virtues. Step 2. Solution and application. In this exploration of strengthening our significance in the lives of others, we turn to the rich wellspring of Stoicism and the broader landscape of philosophical thought for practical methods. The focus here is not on manipulation or superficial tactics, but rather on fostering a wise and sincere approach to building authentic, high-value relationships. At the heart of Stoicism lies the wisdom of understanding and controlling what is within our power. As Epictetus famously stated, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. In the context of relationships, this means focusing on our actions, reactions, and the genuine nature of our interactions with others. By doing so, we enhance the quality of our presence in others' lives, making it more likely for them to genuinely value and appreciate us. Marcus Aurelius, another renowned Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of authenticity in our interactions. He advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This speaks to the core of forming high-value relationships, being genuine, kind, and true to our principles in all our interactions. By embodying the virtues we admire, we naturally attract people who value these qualities, thereby establishing a foundation for meaningful and enduring relationships. Furthermore, Seneca's teachings on the brevity of life and the importance of living in accordance with nature remind us to value the time we spend with others. He said, "Life, if well lived, is long enough." This underscores the idea of being fully present and engaged in our interactions, making every moment count. By bringing our full attention and sincerity to our relationships, we signal to others that they are important to us, inviting a reciprocal appreciation and deepening of the bond. The application of these Stoic principles is also reflected in the broader philosophical context. Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia, or flourishing, is achieved through virtuous activities that constitute a life well lived. In the realm of relationships, this translates to engaging in interactions that are mutually enriching, honest, and respectful. By striving for personal excellence in how we treat others, we cultivate relationships that are not only valuable but also contribute to our overall well-being and fulfillment. Carl Jung's insights into the psyche further illuminate this approach. He believed in the power of individuation, the process of becoming aware of oneself and the world around us. Jung stated, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." This perspective encourages us to engage in relationships as whole, self-aware individuals, capable of profound connections that transform and enrich both parties. Step 3. Stoic principle, the Stoic philosophy, deeply rooted in the wisdom of thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, provides profound insight into the nature of relationships and self-worth. The saying, "Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are," reflects not just the impact of our social circle on our identity, but also the significance of reciprocity in relationships. Stoicism encourages us to examine these dynamics closely, particularly the value we assign to ourselves and how this is reflected in our interactions with others. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, emphasized the importance of self-reflection in understanding one's value in relationships. He believed in looking inward to find true worth rather than seeking validation externally. Aurelius famously said, "The value of a man is measured by the value he places on himself." This highlights the Stoic principle that our self-worth should not be excessively dependent on others' perceptions or priorities. Instead, it should be grounded in our own understanding of our value and contribution. Seneca, another key Stoic figure, spoke about the balance between being social beings and maintaining our independence. He advised, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." This suggests choosing relationships that are mutually beneficial and uplifting, rather than being in ones where we feel undervalued or neglected. Seneca's guidance implies that being needy or overly dependent on others for our sense of self-worth can lead to unfulfilling relationships. Instead, we should cultivate relationships that encourage mutual growth and respect. Epictetus, known for his teachings on control and acceptance, also touches upon this subject. He said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Applying this to relationships, it means understanding that we may not always be a priority for others, and that's okay. What we can control is how we respond to this realization and how we value ourselves in these dynamics. Western philosophy and psychology echo these sentiments. Aristotle spoke of the golden mean, where virtue lies in finding a balance, in this case between valuing oneself and valuing others in a relationship. Carl Jung, a prominent psychologist, emphasized the importance of individuation, where understanding and integrating aspects of oneself leads to personal growth and healthier relationships. Step 4. Practical actions in the quest to be more valued in our relationships. Stoicism offers a pragmatic and dignified approach centered around the management of our presence and availability. This philosophy, deeply rooted in the wisdom of luminaries like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, provides guidance on how to navigate our social interactions with grace and intention. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, highlighted the importance of valuing one's time and presence. He taught that time is one of the few things under our control in a world governed by fate and external circumstances. By judiciously managing our availability, we signal to others the value of our time and, in turn, increase our own worth in their eyes. Aurelius believed in the principle of purposeful action, which includes making conscious decisions about when and how to engage with others. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, echoed this sentiment. He advised that we should be selective with our company and time. Seneca's teachings suggest that by occasionally withdrawing our presence, we allow others to appreciate our value more fully. He wrote, "True happiness is to be free from the yoke of our own desires and to be able to relax and lay aside our anxiety. This relaxation includes not succumbing to the need for constant social validation and understanding the power of absence in enhancing our relationships." Epictetus, a Greek Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of focusing on what we can control. He said, "Only the educated are free." In the context of relationships, this education involves understanding that we have the power to manage our time and attention. By controlling our availability, we assert our freedom and self-respect, which, in turn, leads others to value and respect us more. Western philosophy and psychology also support these Stoic principles. Aristotle spoke about the golden mean, advocating for a balance in all things. In terms of social interactions, this means finding a middle ground between being overly available and completely inaccessible. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, emphasized the importance of individuation, which involves understanding and integrating one's own needs and boundaries. This self-awareness leads to healthier interactions, where one's time and presence are valued. In practical terms, to be more valued by others, we can start by judiciously managing our availability. It's not about playing games or being elusive, but about respecting our own time and teaching others to do the same. By occasionally allowing people to miss us, we create a healthy dynamic where our presence is appreciated and sought after. Remember, it's not about controlling others or the outcomes of our relationships, but about managing our own actions and choices with wisdom and dignity. Step 5. Developing patience. In Stoic philosophy, the concept of patience is elevated to an art form, a crucial skill for thriving amidst life's perpetual turmoil. This perspective, deeply embedded in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, resonates with timeless relevance. Marcus Aurelius, renowned for his meditative reflections, saw patience as a form of inner fortress. He believed that our inner peace should not be at the mercy of external events. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This statement encapsulates the Stoic essence of patience. It's not about waiting idly for circumstances to change, but about maintaining a composed and resilient mindset, regardless of what life throws our way. Seneca, another luminary in Stoic thought, echoed similar sentiments. He viewed patience as a conscious resistance against the rushing tides of life, a means of maintaining dignity and grace under pressure. The greatest remedy for anger is delay, Seneca advised, suggesting that patience is a deliberate choice to pause and reflect rather than react impulsively. This approach is far from passive. It's an active engagement with our emotional landscape, mastering our impulses in favor of thoughtful responses. Epictetus, known for his practical wisdom, placed great emphasis on the dichotomy of control, teaching that while we cannot control external events, we have absolute power over our reactions. Patience, from this viewpoint, is a manifestation of this control, a serene assertion of our ability to endure and persevere. No man is free who is not master of himself, Epictetus asserted, highlighting that true freedom comes from self-mastery, of which patience is a vital component. From a broader Western philosophical and psychological perspective, patience aligns with the ideals of emotional regulation and resilience. Aristotle's concept of the golden mean advocates for a balanced approach to life, suggesting that patience is a midpoint between passive inaction and rash impulsiveness. Carl Jung's focus on individuation, the process of becoming aware of oneself, aligns with the Stoic practice of patience. By understanding and managing our emotions, we attain a level of self-awareness and maturity that enhances our interactions with others and our environment. In contemporary terms, practicing patience means embracing the present moment without being overwhelmed by the desire for immediate results or responses. It's about maintaining composure in a fast-paced, often chaotic world. This quality makes us more attractive to others because it exudes confidence and stability. People are naturally drawn to those who display calmness and resilience in the face of adversity. Step 6. Self-prioritization. In the realm of Stoicism, the practice of self-prioritization is not just encouraged but seen as a necessary aspect of a balanced life. This notion finds echoes across various Western philosophical and psychological thoughts, emphasizing the importance of valuing oneself to be valued by others. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, highlighted the significance of self-regard. He famously stated, "If you do not have respect for yourself, no one else will." This quote underscores the Stoic belief that self-respect is the cornerstone of how others perceive and treat us. When we prioritize our needs and learn to say no, we communicate to others that our time and energy are precious and deserve respect. Seneca, another Stoic thinker, argued for the virtue of self-care. He believed that caring for oneself is essential to living a fulfilled life. We are not given a short life, but we make it short, and we are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of it, Seneca wrote, implying that failing to prioritize ourselves leads to a wasted life. By saying no when necessary, we manage our resources wisely and lead a life of quality, not just in terms of time, but in our relationships and endeavors. Epictetus emphasized the concept of control, particularly over our actions and choices. He taught it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This idea is crucial in understanding self-prioritization. When we choose to prioritize our own needs, we are actively deciding how to react to the demands of others, thereby maintaining control over our lives. From a broader psychological perspective, Carl Jung's concept of individuation aligns with this Stoic practice. Jung believed in the importance of understanding oneself as an individual, separate from the collective. Prioritizing oneself is a step toward achieving this individuation, leading to a stronger, more defined personality that commands respect and importance from others. Aristotle's notion of the golden mean, the desirable middle between two extremes, also supports the idea of self-prioritization. Aristotle taught that virtue lies in finding balance, which includes balancing our own needs with the needs of others. Saying no is not an act of selfishness, but a practice of maintaining this balance. By applying these Stoic and philosophical principles, we learn that prioritizing ourselves is not an act of selfishness, but a necessary step toward being valued and respected by others. It teaches us to manage our personal resources effectively and sets a standard for how others should treat us. When we demonstrate that we value our own time and efforts, we naturally inspire others to do the same. This act of self-respect not only benefits our mental and emotional well-being, but also enhances our social and professional relationships. Step 7. Time management. In the teachings of Seneca, a luminary in the Stoic school of philosophy, we find profound insights on the wise use of time, a concept that resonates deeply in both ancient wisdom and contemporary thought. Seneca's perspective on time management is not just about efficiency or productivity, it's about the quality of life and making conscious, meaningful choices. Seneca, in his essay on the shortness of life, famously stated, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements. If it were all well invested, this quote encapsulates the Stoic view that time, once lost, is something we can never regain. Therefore, Seneca urges us to be selective with whom we spend our time and how we spend it, emphasizing that our time is a precious and limited resource that should be used wisely and purposefully. This Stoic principle aligns with the thoughts of Aristotle, who believed in the importance of pursuing activities that enrich our soul. Aristotle taught that eudaimonia, or flourishing, is the highest good for human beings, and this can only be achieved by living a life of virtue and engaging in activities that fulfill our true nature. By managing our time wisely, we can devote more of it to activities that contribute to our personal growth and happiness. Plato, another great philosopher, also touched on the importance of self-reflection and personal growth. He believed that an unexamined life is not worth living. In this context, the wise management of time includes periods of introspection and contemplation, allowing us to understand ourselves and our place in the world better. From a psychological standpoint, Carl Jung's concept of individuation further supports the idea of wise time management. Jung emphasized the importance of personal development and self-realization. By choosing how we spend our time, we can engage in activities that contribute to our personal and psychological growth. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, also stressed the importance of focusing on what is within our control. He taught that we should not squander our time on things beyond our control, but instead focus on our actions and choices. This approach to time management is about making conscious decisions that reflect our values and goals. Step 8. Autonomy. Epictetus, a philosopher renowned for his profound insights into the nature of happiness and the good life, presents a compelling argument about the essence of true freedom. His assertion, "No man is free who is not master of himself," encapsulates a fundamental principle of personal autonomy and self-mastery. This concept, deeply rooted in Epicurean philosophy, emphasizes the importance of controlling our decisions and emotions as a pathway to enhancing our self-worth and autonomy. Epicurus's philosophy, though distinct from Stoicism, shares the conviction that inner peace and freedom stem from self-governance. He believed that pleasure, understood as the absence of pain and disturbance, is achieved through simple living, the cultivation of personal virtues, and the management of desires. This perspective encourages us to reflect on our emotional responses and decision-making processes, suggesting that true freedom is found not in external circumstances, but in how we manage our internal states. This idea resonates with the Stoic teachings of Epictetus, who famously said, "We are disturbed not by events, but by the views which we take of them." Epictetus emphasizes that our perception of events, more than the events themselves, determines our peace of mind. This Stoic view aligns with Epicurus's emphasis on internal mastery as the key to freedom. From a broader philosophical perspective, Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia, or flourishing, is achieved through the exercise of virtue and rationality, echoing the sentiment of self-mastery. Aristotle believed that living according to reason and virtue leads to the highest form of happiness, a state that is closely linked to having control over one's actions and emotions. In the realm of psychology, Carl Jung's emphasis on individuation, the process of becoming aware of one's self, aligns with this idea. Jung believed that becoming conscious of our inner world and integrating different aspects of our personality leads to psychological wholeness and autonomy. This process involves understanding and managing our emotions, thoughts, and behaviors, much like what Epictetus and the Stoics advocate. Plato's philosophy also underscores the importance of self-governance. In his dialogues, Plato often explores the theme of ruling one's self as a precondition for ruling others. He suggests that self-mastery and the ability to govern one's passions and impulses are essential for a harmonious and virtuous life.